What's up with it, my P family? It's your boy LAPA coming through with another video. You guys already know what it is. Man, as you can tell by the good old caption, that uña, that thumbnail. Snippety snap. So this dude, the fat devil, dude over there from the loving world, the fruity world. He's from the hater world, man. I can't hate on him, even though he motherfucking hate on us. You know what I'm saying? In the heart, you know? He had on this dude, and I've been thinking about doing this video for a minute, but you guys already know, man. I've been busy as shit. Not that I'm important or nothing like that, just with family, traveling, you know what I'm saying? Like, just living the life. You know, for those of you that never seen my content before, I did 15 years in prison, 13 and a half on the main line, level 4, 180s, a shoe, out of state. I went up and downs, the majority on level 4s. That's where I started, and eventually came back after a little short stint out of state. Once I stabbed the shit out of somebody. But look, I'm not glorifying that. That's not what I'm about. You guys already know, for those of you who see my channel. But, you know, I stepped back after all the drama and all that, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, to them, I'm always going to be a dropout, this and that. Put aside the fact that I put in more work than most dudes that are on podcasts that can never stomach that pill. You know what I'm saying? Can never swallow that pill, never stomach that pill. Done a little fucking prison term on a level 2, level 3. They're level 2, level 3 killers. And they're too good to acknowledge a dropout, right? Now, to this day, and I say this because it's important, to this day, can nobody say nothing bad about me as far as me telling on somebody, getting cells hit when I left, and all that. For those of you that know my story, you know my story. You know exactly why I stepped away, because, you know, it just is what it is. And I'll venture to say that it's a lot of them know the same reasons on why dudes step away, solid ass dudes. And I know they're gonna say, how is somebody solid, go to the side? I get it. You know, I've been there, done that. I used to do the same shit, sitting there on the main line on lockdown, dudes locking it up. I get it. I understand. Santo G, I didn't want to do this, but I'm gonna have to do this. And not to make him look bad, it's more of a curiosity to me, because he was asked a question on that podcast, whether not messing with the other side, the dropouts, affects the bag. And he said, yeah, in a way. And you know what? When he said that, I respected that. You know what I'm saying? Because you, as a businessman, if you're a businessman or you're trying to make money on here, just numbers wise, not even like an entrepreneur or like or anything like that, just on a basic level. If you ever sold dope on the streets like I have as well, I put in more work than I sold dope. It really just depended on what I did when I got out at X amount of time. One time I got out, I wasn't even out long enough to start slinging, you know, but the only thing I did was go look for the enemies, do my thing, boom, 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 and then I got locked up because I got snatched up at the gang unit. And then there was other times where I was out long enough to actually get established, you know, get a teener. Shit, I've started from a teener all the way up to an 8-ball, to a half an ounce, quarter ounce, boom, 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 and I was off to the races. I wasn't no fucking Chapo Guzman or nothing like that, but I made enough money to where, you know, I had my strap, I got my strap, I got a car, got my thing, you know, I was momo to momo, doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? I was on my feet. And then, like I said, not out long enough to actually build on anything or nothing like that. Bat being locked up. So, that's the money aspect of it. Hey, does it affect the bag? Of course it does. Now, keep in mind, guys, that who would have thought way back when, before Facebook, before any of this shit, that there was going to be YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, anything like this? You know what I'm saying? We could have never foresaw this shit, you know? So, Santo G, I heard they asked him a few questions. How long did it take him to get monetized? He said over 2 years. And then he said right after that, like, oh, I'm demonetized right now because of some, and keep in mind, guys, this, sorry about the swivel, man. I'm driving and my shit keeps fucking going to the side. He said he's been demonetized. This video is 2 months old, at the very least. And he kept it real. He kept it real 2 years to get 1,000. And this is my point. This dude hit me up several times. You know, I got my messages with them and everything. DM me, all that. He wanted to do something with me, especially after I finished fucking putting the covers on that JCat Gunners Collective. I pulled the covers on that dude and everything, and I've stepped away ever since. Ever since my first channel got deleted, tagged, deleted, all that shit. For those of you that know, I stepped away. Ain't nobody gonna get attacked unless they're consequential. Just like Trump, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna try to kill somebody unless they're a real threat. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't even in a threat where I was talking shit and trying to be a troll or anything like that. I was just putting covers on dudes that weren't keeping it real. You know, since day one, I came out here and I said who I am, what I did, what I didn't do, and then let's kick some stories for the youngsters. Period. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad I ran into this video because I've been gone for a minute. I come for a week, leave for a month or two, come back for a week, leave for a month or two, and that's how it's been for about a year and a half. Almost 2 years, I think. About a year and a half. No, yeah, almost 2 years. But you know, I always have my my ear to the streets and in the real way, not even on social media. But once in a big while, I actually do tap in whatever comes up my shit, because I'm still subscribed to certain things, and I kept it that way just because I'm a firm believer that things are meant to happen for a reason. And as this is one of those things, this is one of the videos that I'm making that I feel like it was meant to happen for a reason. And so, and that being said, that's what I'm going to talk about further on, talking about a few things. Santo G, once again, let me continue. He hit me up, wanted to do some content, things like that. He had been trolled by that dude, OG, called him Santo G String and all kinds of shit, which I fucking think is a funny ass fucking name. No disrespect to him, because you know what, Santo G, you see my shit. I don't think you watch my shit no more, because honestly, I wouldn't blame you, because I don't drop shit really no more. But like I said, I'm not gone forever, and I am gonna start being consistent like I used to be, man. Every day for years. But yeah, man, when I first heard that name, I was like, damn, this was cold as shit, bro. Calling him Santo G String, this and that. And homeboy was trying to give him some traction, man. He was trying, and he was doing his thing. And I even told him, like, hey, bro, you're active. You know what I'm saying? You're active. You know, it's not easy for actives to actually be on the podcast, on YouTube, because, you know, if anybody knows, even if you've been involved in the lifestyle, you've been in prison, you know that you cannot be on podcasts, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I've been out 5 years already, and anybody that would do an interview or show their face on anything will get smashed out. That's it. That's a wrap. You're in violation. So I'm not surprised to see this change over the last 3 years, specifically, in podcasters that are active being allowed, quote unquote, allowed. When I say allowed, that's because they're being allowed. If somebody were to make a call, one of the senores or whatever, boom, boom, with all due respect to them, and say shut it down, they're gonna have to shut it down. They're gonna have to shut it down. They don't have no real independence. I don't say they're talking shit. That's just what it is. That's why I told a lot of people, and you know what? If I were to trade, and I've answered it before, if I were to trade my ability to be on YouTube to me making a decision that I made based on me catching live, my decision was firmly selfish on my part, but it benefited it benefited my family. So I could come out here and take care of my family. That's what I've been doing, because I already knew I was done with the shit. You know what I'm saying? While I was still in there, riot kicked off, this and that, pegadas, all that. I was done with the pegadas. I was done with taking somebody out. I was done with all that shit. I did 5 shoe terms, and I didn't even have life. Anything else, I would have still, boom. I wouldn't mind catching a year, months, more. But catching life, no. That's why I said, Charles, I'm good. I'm not going to do it. I had already told myself the last time I was in the shoe that I'm not, no, hell no. I've already did more than enough, you know, as a sureño. So when I was asked, by that dude from Watts to do this out of spite just to get me life. Nah, bro, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not camaraderie. That's not love. That's not having cariño for the camaradas. You know what I'm saying? That's tyranny. That was tyranny. You know what I'm saying? So I told Santo G, like, hey, you know, like, hey, just be careful, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we messaged each other, not constantly, not every day. It was like once every fucking 6 months, once a year. You know what I'm saying? But the last time we messaged, he wanted to do something with me shortly after I had finished exposing the JCat. Once everybody, when he lost thousands of subscribers, when his whole world, everybody turned against him, that he had turned against me, all that shit, right? So I chalk it up to Santo G wanted to get his channel going. I don't blame him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say that because he associated with me that he's no good or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Although I know that it's going to be frowned upon, just like he spoke on that the Fat Devil's channel, like, hey, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it's not gonna be, it's gonna be frowned upon type shit. You know, they're not gonna look at me. And the funny part with me is, in all fairness, I really didn't pay attention, other than them clowning Santo G, the trolls and shit. I never really seen anybody talk about him in a bad way that was a serious individual, whether he be a dropout or not. You know, I never seen that. And it's funny because I lagged on him, and because I was going through my shit and everything with everything that happened, and I told him, yeah, we'll do something. We'll do something. Just give me a little bit of time. We actually agreed upon next week and shit like that. And I never reached out to him. And I'm guilty of doing that to a bunch of people. Not because I wasn't trying to fuck with nobody because I thought I was special or nothing like that. That's just because I wasn't even in the position to be able to drop content, because I just wasn't fitting it. You know, I was over YouTube. I needed my break. My whole family got dragged into this shit. You know what I'm saying? Now the hater world, I remember when that dude first started. Who's the one? And you know, this is another thing that I've held inside. Not because like, oh, I want to tell somebody eventually. No, like, when I say held inside, it's like I just haven't spoken about it. I held it inside of my mind. It is what it is. And I don't say this to expose anybody or to try to make anybody look bad, because it doesn't matter. But this comes into like the whole loyalty shit. Sage, I don't know what he calls her, the infamous Sage, the internal Sage, the wonderful Sage. I don't know what he calls her. His first moderator ever, right? Or his main moderator, right? Which is been beefing it with some other girl from Texas. Dude, hey, Fat Devil, I know all that shit, my boy. So look, Sage is the first one that told me about a Blue Devil. That dude had like 300 subscribers or something like that. I went over there, checked it out. Before he had his studio, before he had his podcast, before he's doing what he's doing now, right? Congratulations to him. You know, I'm not a hater, bro. Like, if anything, honestly, when I hear somebody talking shit about dropouts and this and that without even knowing or understanding the dynamics of how the prison world is and how the politica is, especially now with everything that's changed, like, dudes could have easily dropped out or got smashed out in every prison just for doing an interview. And now you see dudes doing interviews, interviewing people and all that. How is it fair for somebody? Because you're not gonna win. Once you get green-lighted, you're not gonna win. So imagine the dudes back in the day when I first started my prison term, early thousands, mid thousands, that got smashed on for speaking something without them even knowing they could do an interview or not. How do you think they fucking feel? Solid ass dudes, you know, that were green lighted every single yard they go to. They're not gonna win the fight, no matter what. I don't give a fuck what you say. And now you got this new world of actives, you know what I'm saying, which I don't hate on. I think it's a great thing. I think it's a great thing. Do I agree with that lifestyle? I don't. I just don't like the arrogance, the ego behind dudes talking all that shit on dudes on certain dropouts when they probably shit their pants if they've been through the shit that we've been through. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I'm not saying I'm big and bad about it. It's just like we went through the struggle. Went through 2 hunger strikes. I went through 3 hunger strikes. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's just like they will never understand the shit that we went through. They could only appreciate it and compliment dudes that are active. They're never going to be able to compliment a dude that's a dropout now, because as far as they're concerned, oh, you dropped out, you threw it away, you're a piece of shit. Shut up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not justifying it. There are some real true pieces of shits, dudes that dropped out, told on their Sally, told on the blog, told on everything. Hell no, bro. I left with my dignity intact. Why? Because I wasn't gonna fucking sacrifice my life for a cause that I no longer believed in. Think about it as me justifying or not, justification or not, it doesn't matter. That's just a reality. That's the reason why I did it. I don't give a fuck if you think I'm justifying it or not, because I don't have to justify shit. You know what my justification is? Me being out here for over 5 years now and living my life and taking care of my kids. That's my justification. Now, Sage was a regular on my channel, a ranch on my channel, everything, bro. And you know, I thought she was loyal. She talked to my wife, everything. Her and my wife used to talk all the time. Message back all the time, DM, all that. Good friendship. Her and other women that are still solid to this day, because they understand, even if they're a little related or gang related, you know what I'm saying, to people that they have in their life, you know what I'm saying, associated, right? She ghosted me like nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't say that because I'm bitter, because I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have nothing but good things to say about her. I gave her encouragement. You know, she was an ex-addict and recovering addict. She had been clean for over a year. And the last time I talked to her, applause to her. You know, I hope and she's still straight, which she should be. Whatever led her to ghost my channel and to go over there to the hater world and do her thing over there exclusively, hey, more power to you. Maybe you were tired of people saying, maybe he forced you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he shamed you into like, hey, you're in a dropout channel. You're going to be I could picture that shit too, from that fat devil, that fat piece of shit. I could really picture that dude telling her like, hey, if you're going to be on here, you can't be on no dropout channel. Okay, daddy. I'm not saying she said it. I'm a comedic motherfucker. So, anywho, that's just 2 examples to me that I think connect to, like, are you missing out on the bag when messing with a dropout? And the answer is yes, 100% you are. And because of politics, people can't mess with dudes that are dropouts that never snitched. You know what I'm saying? In any shape, form, rape anybody, molesters, nothing. Dudes that only got caught up in politics. You know what I'm saying? Not even drug debts. You know what I'm saying? Just like some straight arrogance from certain individuals that had the fucking keys. And I'm sorry to tell you, it can happen to you too. It can happen to you too. And if it does happen to you, that should just be a reminder that you're on the wrong lifestyle. And you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's just like, I didn't come out here to be a preacher, talk about Jesus or Christ and all that. That's not what my channel's about. My channel is just to try to highlight what can happen so the youngsters could at least have that aspect of it before they make a choice. Because you don't have to be a gang member, bro, in order to take somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? For any time, you know how many regular dudes that I reach on the streets, I thought I was bad. I'm a gang member. Hey, what's up? You can be scared of me. Man, they didn't give a fuck. We were chunking them. White boys, Asians, Samoans. They didn't give a fuck if we were gang members. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers think that because they're gang members or active, or 13 or 14, whatever the fuck, that's that people are gonna bow down to them. It's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You guys already know what the answer to all this shit is. Take care of your family, period. But yeah, man, I wanted to be clear on that. I wanted to make this video. I thought it would be an interesting video, just so people out there, because the truth always comes out, right? And I thought this would be an interesting truth I have no ill will towards Fat Devil, Santo G either. You know what I'm saying? Just because he reached out to me and talked to me, DM me and all that shit. Hey, he was trying to get his grind on. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he finally did. You know what I'm saying? But human nature, once they don't need you, they will never get at you again. I remember, I didn't even know he had blown up a little bit. I reached out to him like, hey, bro, you still want to do something? Without checking the subscribers. He's like, oh, I'll get at you later. Then I went to check his subscribers. Boom, he had blown up a little bit. I was like, oh, okay. It is what it is, bro. It's all like, that's how you know who's loyal to you and who's not. If somebody were to come to me and tell me, hey, stop fucking with this person because of this, and that, I will never do that to somebody. We're on the streets. We're not in prison. You know what I'm saying? Politics are very, very, very magnified in prison. On the streets, cut it out. Yeah, you got gunners, you got dudes that are fucking split your wig and all that, but you got regular folk that'll split your wig too. You know what I'm saying? That's not a threat, I'm just saying. So on the streets is different, you know? But then podcasts that are active will always have somebody to answer up to and have that terror in their heart. And rightfully so. But that being said, APM out. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, drop your comment. I'm out for the next one.